Hey everyone, I'm Paulo Costa and you're watching Fight Night. Today's UFC news is going to shake things up big time. Honestly, when I first heard it, I was stunned myself. So stay tuned, I'm about to share everything with you. Watch the full video. We'll start with a major name. Khabib Nurmagomedov has weighed in on Islam Makhachev's potential welterweight, 170-pound, debut. Khabib called Shavkat Rakhmonov a real risk for Islam, while dismissing Sean Brady as too convenient. He believes Islam would outstrike and control Brady if they ever fought. This is a fascinating take from Khabib. He's clearly shown great respect for Shavkat's skills, but downplaying Sean Brady might be a bit of an overconfidence for Islam. Is Khabib seeing something we're not, or is he underestimating the welterweight division's top contenders? What do you think? Next up, Magomed Ankalaev is willing to fight Khamzat Chimaev if he moves up to the 205-pound light heavyweight division. Ankalaev made it very clear, saying, "If someone wants to move up and test my weight class, I always say welcome. This would be an absolute dream match." Khamzat's star power combined with Ankalaev's elite striking and grappling would make for an epic showdown. If this fight happens, it would bring an incredible new level of excitement to the light heavyweight division. Do you think Chimaev will accept this challenge and move up? Here's a record-breaking announcement. The UFC Perth event on September 27th is currently scheduled to feature 16 fights. If all these bouts remain intact, it will set a new record for the most fights on a single UFC card in history, surpassing the previous record of 15. 16 fights on one card? This is a massive treat for the fans. We're in for a full night of non-stop action. But it does make you wonder. Will this many fights on one card make it harder to manage, and will every fighter get the attention they deserve? Still, it's a super exciting development. Islam Makhachev has offered a controversial explanation for the lack of American champions in the UFC today. He claims the UFC started signing more of our guys and that American fighters don't worry even if they competed bad. According to him, his fighters have a family, a whole city, a whole republic behind them, and they fight with full responsibility and win. Islam's perspective highlights a significant difference in motivation. He suggests that for some fighters, winning is about more than just money, it's about honor and responsibility. Is his point valid, or is this just a generalization about American fighters? Let us know what you think in the comments. Chael Sonnen is defending Daniel Cormier's decision to exclude Jon Jones from the GOAT, greatest of all time, list due to his steroid use. Sonnen believes everyone cheats the rules and that while Jones could have been champion without steroids, he chose that life. This reignites an important debate: does drug use permanently tarnish a fighter's legacy? Sonnen's take, though controversial, provides a different angle to the legendary Cormier vs. Jones rivalry. Do you think Jon Jones deserves a spot on the GOAT list, or is his history too problematic? Paulo Costa has officially called out Dricus du Plessis. Costa stated he'll have one more fight in 2025 and described Dricus as an unpredictable, tough guy who would make for a great fight. Dricus du Plessis being a key player in the middleweight division, a call-out from a top name like Paulo Costa just shows his relevance. If this fight happens, it would be another huge event for the division. Do you think this matchup is a possibility? On a lighter note, Dana White recently met the Chinese Trump. The post featured a photo of Dana shaking hands with an individual given that nickname. This is a fun and interesting moment. It shows Dana White's global reach and influence. The nickname itself is certainly a bit humorous, and it's a reminder of the unique characters and personalities within the world of MMA. Magomed Ankalaev believes a rematch with Alex Pereira would be much easier than their first fight. He said he wants Pereira to be 100% in this fight, so there are no questions about the outcome. Ankalaev's confidence is through the roof, and his experience against Pereira is clearly a factor. But Alex Pereira is a lethal striker. Do you believe Ankalaev can truly make this rematch easy, or will Pereira come back with a new strategy? Ikram Aliskerov has called Dricus du Plessis' performance against Khamzat Chimaev shameful. A fighter using such strong language to describe another's performance is a powerful statement. Calling it shameful is a huge claim and might motivate du Plessis even further. Do you agree with Aliskerov's harsh assessment? Chael Sonnen also made a bold claim that a fight between Topuria and Pimblett is a bigger fight than Ilya vs. Islam Makhachev. He argues that Ilya and Islam's fight is not this massive fight that people are trying to make believe it is. This is a very bold statement from Sonnen. While Ilya vs Paddy would be a fan favorite, is it really bigger than a title contender fight like Ilya vs Islam? The box office numbers would tell the real story. Which fight do you think is bigger? Ben Askren tweeted about the dangers of post-knockout punches, stating that 22 punches after a person is unconscious could do serious long-term damage. Another user replied that the victim, Psycho Stu, is in the hospital with severe facial fractures and many missing teeth. Ben Askren has highlighted a serious issue here. Fighter safety should always be the top priority. Continuing to strike an unconscious opponent is unacceptable and a reminder of how important sportsmanship is in this sport. In a very brief update on the Rampage Jackson's son incident, we have two perspectives from Jake Shields and Sean Strickland. Jake Shields shared that he was with Rampage when the incident happened and that Rampage was not okay with this, but what's a father supposed to say? He said it was awful and that Rampage loves his son and is in shock. Sean Strickland spoke against sending Rampage's son to prison. He shared a personal story about his own arrest and said he's a testament to the fact that rehabilitation over prison always. This is a deeply sensitive topic. A father's pain is undeniable here. Sean Strickland's perspective on the importance of rehabilitation over incarceration raises a critical question about our justice system. Finally, some quick news on the rankings. Joel Alvarez has re-entered the UFC lightweight rankings, while Mauricio Ruffy has dropped out. Ruffy is scheduled to face Benoit Saint-Denis at UFC Paris next weekend. A change in the rankings always adds some excitement. It's good news for Joel Alvarez, and a big opportunity for Mauricio Ruffy to prove himself and climb back up. That's it for today's UFC news. Which moment shocked you the most? Which segment did you like the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments, I read them all. We'll meet again in another Fight Night video, same time.